Hey everybody, welcome back to Sparks Fire and Baling Wire. Today, you get to watch me tear apart all the work I did last week. I did a short on this, some of you seen it, some of you didn't. But I got my new lifters, they don't fit the bores. So that means I got to take the crankshaft back out. So I got to clean all these bores up to get them lifters to fit in there. Thought I was going to have to hone them all back out. So I went online, bought a little brake cylinder hone. It says it goes down to 3/4 of an inch up to 2 inch. 1 1/8 is the smallest it goes. It does not fit in the bores. I'm hoping just a wire brush on a drill will clean it up. I'm going to try that first. It shouldn't take much. But either way, I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to pull that crank back out of there because I don't want any type of debris whatsoever getting into that. I'll leave the bearing shells in the caps, but I'm going to pull them out of the block just so I can get that good and clean in there again. That's all greasy and slimy now, and any little shaving or filing is going to stick to that. I know nothing's broke in here yet, but I'm still going to keep these in order just because I've already checked the clearances and everything, and I know it's good as it is. So it's going to go back together this way again. Go ahead and wipe off what assembly lube I can, but I'm really not going to worry about a good cleaning until I'm done here. So I'll just be doing it twice. Happen to have this wire brush laying around that already fits the drill. So I'm going to go ahead and try this first, see what happens. Now this may have been a blessing in disguise. I don't know if that was showing up on camera or not, but there's like a rusty dust coming out of there. I thought at first it was just from my brush, but it was even coming up out of the oil pressure hole. Okay, I worked in every bore for about 20 seconds with the brush, and almost all of them are really good now, except every single one it hangs up at the bottom of the bore. And there's 3 of them that have tight spots even before they get to the bottom. I'm going to try another trick before I hit it with the brush again. I don't like to throw away anything until I know I'm done with it, and here's a good reason why. I still have the old lifters out of this engine sitting in a bucket. So I'm going to take them, get them down to the bottom, take a punch and knock off whatever that ridge is down there at the bottom of these bores, and then I'll hit it with the wire brush again and see where I'm at. I'll just start at the front, work my way around. Glad that wasn't a new one. Seems to be doing the trick. That wire brush really shouldn't be taking any material off the bores, which will be good because you want pretty tight tolerances when it comes to the lifters. I'll get into that towards the end of the video. But yeah, that feels good. I think this is going to do it. So I'll bring you back when this is done. It's going to take a while to get through all 16 of these. I don't know what to say. It's probably a blessing in disguise that had to come back apart. Here's what I swept up from underneath that engine after cleaning out the oil galleries after I pulled the plug out. I don't know if the machine shop forgot it, if they assumed that was clean enough after hot tanking, whatever they did. But my first pass through there, brush got large chunks out of the oil galleries for the cam. But I can't even begin to say how disappointed I am in that. But whether they forgot it or assumed, even the best of the machine shops can make a mistake. That's why you check everything. If them lifters hadn't of, I would assume they weren't, because I didn't want to go through the extra effort of pulling them plugs back out. Very good thing to do. After I used that used lifter, I marked the trouble ones. I had 3 of them, and I just kept working at it till they went good. They're all good now. Cleaned it up. So now I'm going to try one of my new lifters with a little oil. These were not dry, but there's very little oil on it before, and I got them going good. And I was making sure they turned as I was running them up and down. That's very critical on here too. But it works. So I'm going to grab a new lifter again. Just a little bit of light oil on. Oh, could not ask for any better than that. Better start the front, make sure they're all yeah, just almost like they're made for it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they are. It's all 16 of them. Fits great. One more thing I did off camera, I'm going to reuse my distributor drive and oil pump drive all in one here. 2 reasons. This one's still in good shape. And this 60-year-old one is probably better than any new one I would get. And I guess 3 reasons. I don't know if I mentioned it before. Camshafts are non-existent for these 318 power motors. So I had to send the original in to get reground. And it is done and on its way back. That's why I wanted to get this done here this weekend. But this gear drive is already broke in with that original cam, so that'll be one less thing to worry about. So I will be reusing that. If you're doing one, yours is bad. I think they're only 20 bucks, something like that. But it's a good piece. Not much to go wrong with it. I'm not going to mess around with the new lifters because I don't want to risk dropping them. But these lifters measure 904 thousandths in diameter. So the very last thing I'm going to do is double check how much clearance I have in each one of these. And you want 15 to 19 10,000ths clearance for this type of lifter. A roller lifter can be a little larger, but these you don't want any bigger, because if they get rocked back and forth in the bore, this is highly exaggerated, but if they can rock back and forth, they'll catch that corner of that lifter, and that's what wipes the oil off the cam and can wipe them out. And with this being a cam that I cannot replace, I'm going to take every single precaution to make sure everything is right here. There'll be more to come on this when I actually install the cam. But for now I'm going to check them lifter bores. And again, it's 15 to 19 10,000ths or 1.5 thousandths to not quite 2 thousandths. That's my range that these need to be in. And the way everything feels, I'm confident it's going to be there. I'm going to check it anyway. Okay, I'm already done here, but what I did was I got my precision C-clamp set up for the diameter I need. And that was my 0 base mark. I set this up at. And what I did, it's hard to squeeze with my finger. Get it in there and show you. Just take a little, you gotta wiggle them around a little bit to get them centered up in there. I got it set up so 0 is my minimum clearance and 1/1000th is my max clearance. So I need to keep that needle in between there, which it is. Then I go down, check the bottom of the board, wiggle it around, get it centered up. Same thing, just floating right in there. Then I'll turn it 90 degrees and do the same, top and bottom. I'm going to be careful because that hole into the oil galley, I don't want to drop into that. But I went around and did this on all 16 of them. And every one of them's in spec, so I'll sleep good tonight knowing that. Furthermore, I did a short a couple weeks ago on this when I first discovered these lifters didn't fit. I used a different gauge that time. And one of the commenters told me I needed to find a friend with Starrett tools. Well, I don't have any friends, and I don't have any Starrett tools, but I do have Mitutoyo. So I guess the more the answer costs you, the more accurate it is. I didn't know this, I just learned it myself. Thanks to that observant commenter. Anyway, I know these are all good now. I'm going to give this block one more once over, double check everything's clean, go through all these oil galleries again, everything good wiped down, get them plugs put back in. Clean the old assembly lube off the bearings, get the crank put back in, which I'm not going to show that again because I already did it once. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in next time. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment down below. I always like reading those. That's it. See you next time. Bye.